This is your prophecy update. Of course, Donald Trump has recently been in the Middle East, and many would say it's his effort to get a peace agreement signed in the Middle East on this trip. And so we're going to talk about the prophesied peace agreement and efforts towards that. Mahmoud Abbas has stated recently that he is going to offer land swaps with Israel in the Trump talks. This comes from the Israel National News. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas will present a plan by which the Arabs renounce 6.5% of the lands under their political control to Israel. That's 3 times as much as previously offered during U.S. President Donald Trump's visit to Israel, which is today is when he's going to offer that. And the Middle East Eye reported. The Middle East Eye quoted a Palestinian official close to the Palestinian Liberation Organization, or the PLO, as saying that the proposal excludes Jerusalem and appears to cement the vision of former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert for an Arab-Israeli peace settlement. The Palestinian side will be presenting during the meeting with Trump, which happened this morning, a new vision which is quite detached from that of the majority of Palestinian people. The vision is based on exchanging a lot of Palestinian lands. Previous discussions about a Palestinian-Israeli settlement revolved around the exchange of only 1.9% of the lands. But now we're talking about more than triple that amount. Abbas had rejected an offer from Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert during the failed 2008 peace talks for a near total withdrawal from the Judea-Samarian area, proposing that Israel retain 6.3% of the territory in order to keep control of major Jewish areas. This was reported in the Times of Israel back in 2015. Abbas met Trump in Washington in early May for their first face-to-face talks, and according to Haaretz, Abbas urged Trump at the time to restart peace talks under the 2008 offer made by Olmert. But according to a source in the PA Foreign Ministry Affairs office, the 2008 talks failed because the Palestinian delegation agreed only to exchange a much smaller percentage of its lands. Well, we've been discussing this issue of land exchange since the negotiations of Olmert, said the foreign ministry source. But at the time of 2008 peace talks, Palestinians only agreed to exchange 1 to 2% of the Palestinians' lands, while Olmert was pushing for approximately 6.5% instead. Well, according to the Times of Israel report, Olmert had offered to compensate the Israelis with Israeli land equivalent to 5.8% of Judea and Samaria, along with a link to the Gaza Strip. The rejected offer also included placing Jerusalem's Old City under international control. This time, however, Jerusalem, the most controversial aspect of the previous discussions, is not mentioned in the proposal that Abbas is allegedly meant to discuss with Trump, which happened this morning. Well, decisions like these are seen by those who understand prophecy as precursors to the eventual peace agreement, which will begin the final 7 years to the Battle of Armageddon and the second coming of Jesus Christ.